Hi. Continuation of Chapter 1. Immediately, I have a hard time trying to calm my heart down from my excitement of the man-made machinery. I cannot help it. She is just so flawless. We do not have vehicles like that in my world. The Lamborghini's engine is killed and the lights begin to flash on and off as the humans inside unlock the car. Momentarily after, Morgan gets out of the vertical Lamborghini door on the passenger side. Morgan is wearing a pink tank top, white short shorts, and black flip-flops. She stands at a height of 5 feet 9 inches tall. When she is fully out of the car, the door automatically shuts for her. Turning towards the tinted window on the Lamborghini, she begins doing some slight touch-ups on her long, freshly straightened, bleach blonde hair. I can see heavy layers of makeup caked on her face from miles away. Staring at the tinted window and being face-to-face with her own reflection causes her deep sorrow. She chokes on a deep inhale of memories that flood into her eyes. It takes her back to middle school, which is where it happened for the first time. She was walking through the school hallway when a girl slapped Morgan in the face and screamed, "Are you trying to be like me now? You're too ugly, fat, and stupid to be any version of me. Don't you own a mirror? If so, maybe you should try to use it every once in a while." The girl and her friends break out into a fit of laughter. Morgan could no longer stand to face them. Her knees grew weak and her vision blurred. She raced down the hall to lock herself up in the girls' bathroom. Morgan then pulled a pencil sharpener out of her bag. She was angry and hurt as she pulled it apart piece by piece until all she had left was the blade. Morgan's mind raced with horrible things she wished she could have said to the mean girl. Instead, she took a deep breath and turned the blame on herself. She became her own personal punching bag. Morgan's memories began to slowly drift back to reality. My observation of Morgan is that she tries to fit in and make everyone happy other than herself. It is very difficult for me to grasp why so many humans feel the need to put on a mask before they leave their units, which the humans call homes. Throughout my time on Earth, the only conclusion I can find is that some humans are forced to hide their real face behind a mask. They cannot be proud of their true self because society does not accept them for who they are. Instead, they are looked down upon. Morgan was chosen mostly because of her thinking. Morgan finished high school at the top of her class. She is not in tune with her emotions, but I think she'll be a good asset to have in a critical situation. Morgan's memories have now fully faded. She starts adding on a new layer of lip gloss to her lips when she spots Raven out of the corner of her dark green eyes. She takes one last look at herself in the car window. She then begins running over to Raven with the joy of a young schoolgirl and they embrace in a hug. I feel vapor rise in my throat in disgust at the sight of their affection. One of the things I dislike most about humans is they feel touch too much. It is very uncomfortable for me. I quickly turn my attention to Nash as he fully steps out of the Lamborghini. He is wearing red knee-length basketball shorts, a black and white vertical striped t-shirt with the sleeves cut off, and white high-top sneakers. He stands at the equal height to his mate Morgan. His medium-length wavy blonde hair is shaggy and falls across his face, barely showing his piercing blue eyes. Nash's door shuts behind him as he gets out and checks himself over in the car window one last time. I cannot help but to be appalled at his pretty boy mentality. Nash was chosen due to his prior sports history. He'll be a great deal of help to his friends during attacks. It'll be intriguing to see how he reacts under pressure. As for Morgan and their life, would he suddenly develop a new attitude or would he only think of himself? Again, only time will tell. Austin invites Nash over with a hand wave. "Hey!" When Nash arrives, the two guys shake hands and begin talking about last night's hockey game. Austin and Nash's attention is suddenly turned towards a 1969 blue Volkswagen van that is heading towards them. The van squeaks to a jerking stop behind the sports car. The van's window covers get my imagination going, enough to want to reveal its secret by taking a small peek inside. The spare tire that hangs between the back doors radiates a semi-creepy vibe from the smiley face that covers it. The mystery of the van is what catches my attention the most, but it is certainly not an eye-catcher like the Lamborghini. Now is my only chance to head towards the van while they are all distracted by the task of getting their belongings together. I descend from the pine tree, losing my misty human form. I change myself into nothing but a small mist floating over the grass like a morning haze. Austin picks up a black backpack from the ground and hangs it over his right shoulder. I observe from my time here on Earth that he never goes anywhere without it. After securing it firmly in place, he reaches down to grab Raven's bag off the ground as well. Austin then puts his hand on the lower part of Raven's back and leads her towards the van with their belongings. Nash and Morgan head to their Lamborghini momentarily after to retrieve their bags. Morgan is leading the way. Her mind drifts off to exciting things that she is hoping they'll find on the trip. Not paying a great deal of attention to her surroundings, she stumbles into a spider web. Morgan screams and panics, desperately attempting to remove the silky strands from her clothes. The only thing Nash does is become annoyed. He rolls his eyes as he watches her struggle. If he is all she has to count on, I am afraid she may be doomed when they enter my game. I turn my attention back to Austin as he opens the sliding back door of the van for Raven, allowing her to enter first. Raven is drawn immediately towards Emily, who is sitting in the passenger seat. Emily is wearing a pink zip-up hoodie, which covers her white tank top underneath, jean shorts and white flip-flops that are lazily tossed on the floor beneath her seat. I cannot help but assume that Emily was chosen because of her planning and problem-solving. Should a situation develop, no matter how grim it may be, she would be the rational one. Her kind, warm heart will be open to her friends to give them comfort and understanding when needed. Emily is in a laid-back position with her bare feet on the dash. Her long, wavy hair ignites her soft blue eyes to a glow. Luke brings out her welcoming smile as she reaches over to run her fingers through his shaggy brown hair to keep it out of his warm hazel eyes. The warmth of Emily's hand reminds Luke of a warm summer's day when they were about 10 years old. That is when he and Emily's eyes first met. They have been together ever since. Both of their families believed in a more natural way of life. They lived in homes that were in the woods and survived off the land. Being homeschooled, they never really left their small, friendly community. The light sensation of Emily's fingertips against his jawline sends him back to reality. Luke is very tall and has a comfortable look about him. He is really laid back, the way you look when you just wake up feeling like it's going to be a good day. He is wearing black cloth shorts, which lay just above his knee, a blue flannel shirt and white sneakers. I myself would have chosen Luke due to his calming nature. It would be almost impossible to anger him unless you mess with his mate, Emily. He is very in tune with nature. I feel strongly that his knowledge will be a good assistance to everyone. The group's attention is suddenly shot outside the van towards Nash, yelling at Morgan, "Would you just get in the van and stop complaining?" Morgan huffs and rolls her eyes. "You don't have to be such a jerk, Nash." With the couple bickering, I use it to my advantage. I transfer myself into a piece of luggage. The simple plan works perfectly. Nash does not even notice as he puts an extra bag into the van, along with the rest of their belongings. Nash and Morgan sit down in the van, and the air becomes heavy with the awkward silence from the couple's earlier disagreement. Raven can tell everyone is becoming uncomfortable, so she tries to clear the air. If everyone is okay with it, I can use my phone to find routes and entertainment on the trip. Luke responds in an easygoing tone. "That sounds good to me. Let's go." Nash blurts out with a hint of rage. "Wait a minute. Raven, why do you have your phone anyway? I thought we all agreed to leave them behind." Raven rolls her eyes. "Well, someone had to bring one, just in case something bad happens." Raven lied. She really just brought her phone due to the simple fact she cannot live without it. Emily chimes in, trying to control the conversation. "It doesn't really matter about the phone, guys. We have bigger things to worry about. I know we have no specific destination, but it would be nice if we could all agree on a direction, at least. I hate that everything is up in the air with no plans." Silence falls over the van again. Austin speaks up with slight excitement. "How about west? I heard there are some pretty cool towns that way." Everyone shakes their head in agreement, and Luke turns the van's engines over. Everyone shakes their head in agreement, and Luke turns the van's engine over. I feel the jerking movements of the van turning around. Feeling like I can breathe again, I finally exhale. I am so excited. My plans are unraveling perfectly. I cannot believe this is actually happening. Now, the trip begins.